Hey everyone, it's Blue Lizard Jello and welcome back to Blue's Soulsborne Base Level Challenge. I will be playing through all of the Soulsborne games, Demon Souls, through Bloodborne, and everything in between, including the DLC at the base level. We have actually been making a lot of progress with young Silverius here, including tackling two of the game's more challenging bosses, the Maneaters, as well as the Flamelurker. And yes, they were very, very challenging, but we persevered, we did it, and now hopefully on to greener and easier pastures. Now, before we actually go into the next zone, which is actually going to be the archstone of the Shadowman, we're going to be taking on the old hero today. Let me go ahead and show you some of the housekeeping that I've done. As far as consumables go, I did buy some crescent moongrass. I'm also bringing some grindstones just in case, and I have some fresh spice because we are going to be using some magic today. But as far as the weapons go, that has actually changed. I have upgraded the dragon longsword that we got in the last area of Stonefang Tunnel, and I upgraded it to +3. I did a quick test against some hollows. Now granted, their resistances are almost nil across the board, and it does significantly more damage than my scimitar +7. So we're going to try that out. The only caveat is I have to use it two-handed, although it seems that if I get a parry and riposte, it still does significant damage even though I have an ability shortage, but we'll play around with that as we go. We still have the Fatal Secret Dagger, of course our Wooden Catalyst, and the Buckler, and the rings. Right now, Thief's Ring, Cling Ring, pretty much standard, and the armor is still the Assassin set, so the mask, black leather armor, the gloves, and the boots. I did switch to the Demon's Prank spell instead of the enchant weapon because first off, the Dragon Longsword nor the Fatal Dagger can actually be enchanted, but the Demon's Prank is going to help us against the boss of this area, and possibly actually throughout it as well. Also, I did suicide in the Nexus. I didn't mention that last time, but I did that as well. That way I don't mess up my world tendency, but I've already actually partially done that. Last time I played, if you notice, I was reading messages, which is very unlike me, and it didn't hit me until the end of that recording session that I was playing online. Playing online has an unfortunate side effect towards your world tendency in that it brings all of the world tendency of the different archstones towards the server average. Fortunately, the server average tends to be near pure white. You're typically 1 or 2 steps off, so it shouldn't affect me too much, but it may lock us out of some of the world tendency events. We'll have to wait and see on that. But speaking of which, let's take a quick look. So it's hard to tell, but if you look at Stonefang Tunnel, that looks like it is definitely in pure white. So we should be able to actually go back there and find Scurver, which is excellent. Everything else looks like one more boss ought to get us to pure white, which is unfortunate with Boletarian Palace because we have already killed 2 of the bosses. We might have to do some research into that. But anyway, we are going into 4-2, starting at the Adjudicator Archstone. By the way, I haven't been doing a great job reading these, but they do have some interesting information. The dead, given seals of the hero by the Adjudicator, are taken to the Shadowman Shrine to be purified and mourned in the storm. So let's head out and let's see just how good this Dragon Longsword can really be. This is the arena that we fought the Adjudicator. If you remember that large bulbous individual with the golden bird for a head. By the way, I should probably just show you, yes, this is still young Silverius. Yes, he is still soul level 1. You can see in the bottom left, just in case anyone was trying to think that I was pulling a fast one. But let us head down. Now, one of the great things about 4-2, by the way, is there an, yeah, something right here. We have to be careful of those storm beasts because they can knock us off many of these ledges. But right inside, directly inside here, we're going to find a merchant, and this merchant, we've already met once before. Let's grab this soul item, but it has very easy access from that archstone. And this is going to be Graverobber Blige. If you remembered 4-1, we found a key, and that unlocked him, and now he's actually moved, and he has some different wares for us.
There. We meet again. You look terrible. Cheer up. Life is an adventure.
So let's take a look. So we can buy some definite improvements to our healing situation, which is great. We probably will end up doing that. We can also buy the sticky white stuff, which we could buy before, but we didn't buy enough of them. And I'm probably going to stock up because this is going to be very helpful for anything that has high physical resistance and if we don't want to use the enchant weapon spell. Also, we have kunai, which are poison throwing knives. We have shards of Dark Moonstone and Cloudstone. Kind of a selection of interesting weapons, many of which we actually have already been using. Some arrows, which is good because he does have the arrows and the wooden arrows, and I believe the wooden arrows actually fly a little further. It is light and cheap. Range attacks, it doesn't actually say. So maybe not. But we also do have some other varieties of arrows, which is really neat. Sells the leather set. But for now, I'm not going to buy anything because I do have to consume some soul items in order to do that. But I will be coming back to Blige. Definitely to pick up some grasses and definitely to pick up some sticky white stuff. Now, if you're looking for an early game or fairly early game soul farm, you can't do much better than this area right here, especially if you have high-powered magic or if you're a ranged individual. All of these creatures, which these are the Shadowmen that the archstone was actually talking about, are tied to that Grim Reaper-looking fellow down below. If we kill him, they all die and they all give us souls, and that can be quite a lot. And there's some free kunai. So let me see, one of the easiest things for me may actually be to simply, let me see what kind of damage I do. Can I actually basically two-shot you? I can actually two-shot, that's kind of nice. But you can see 200 souls apiece, which is nice, and they're not too terribly difficult. But if I can actually just get down in here, I took very little damage. Oh, I didn't actually mean to open that yet. I wanted to show that off later. But there we go. The switch behind the altar is actually how you open that door right there, which is where we do want to head eventually. But what I want to do is try and kill this guy, but he has some storm beasts with him. So we're going to have to do a little bit of a dance and try and separate him. And is he down? Wow, 2 hits. And there we go. Look at the souls just pour in. Easy. And now this whole room is clear. This whole room is our oyster. Got some dark moonstone. Full moon grass. Little puddle there. All right, let's do some exploration now that the room is completely safe. And that's all it takes. Fire longsword. Wow. Maybe a bit broken. Okay. See these Augates at guidance? See the guy with the Adjudicator shield? Yeah, we know who that is. We know what he wants. So let's hold off as long as we can. Grab that soul item. This should actually lead us back topside, I believe. But there may be some items along the way. There is an illusory wall. I think it's on the other side, and that is where people have beat their heads against the wall time and time again in order to farm. Okay. Well, I lived. Whoops. There is a gap there, but you know, I think maybe we actually get to it this way. But people have beat their heads against this wall in this game. It's not there. Another soul item. Trying to get the pure Bladestone. The pure blade... here it is. Pure Bladestone. The most reliable way to farm it, and it's not reliable at all, is right in here, and it's this guy. So this guy does have a chance to drop it. It's a small chance, but it is a little bit higher. Let me see if I can get killed by him. Oh, I can. Good. Phew. I was worried that maybe I would survive that. Anyway, as I was saying, he has a small chance to drop a pure Bladestone, but it is slightly higher if you're pure Black World tendency, but that also means that he hits a lot harder. Alright, so now we need to rush down here if we can, go kill that Reaper again, which hopefully is not going to be too difficult, especially if we can just do this. Wow, there we go. And once again, all the souls just pour in, 4,500 of them. None too shabby. You can see how quickly that can stack up just by killing one single enemy who, even at soul level 1, really doesn't pose much of a threat, provided, you know, you actually go in and kill him quickly. But I do want to see if I can kill this guy. But even with the Thieves' Ring, you know what? He's not a Black Phantom, right? Let me try Demon's Prank on this guy. Oh, you know what? that does work. Because this guy is also attracted to soul remains. So we could actually farm him, don't push, for a pure Bladestone if we really wanted to. Shard. I was really hoping that I was going to get it first drop, and then people would absolutely claim hacks. But such is not the case. Anyway, if you're looking for a pure Bladestone, this is where you're going to want to do it. Does this lead somewhere? Alright, time out. Got to do a little bit of exploration really quickly. Didn't think... Oh, shoot. No! Didn't think this went anywhere. And he just ran off. And that stinks, because obviously I'm not getting those drops. And I don't think quitting out and reloading actually causes his drops to come back up topside. I could be wrong. Ooh, the white bow and white arrows. Very cool. We can't use it on this character, but a very, very good bow. Oh, and this actually just brings us right back around. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, the white bow can do some excellent damage, especially in company with those white arrows. The problem is the white arrows actually are a limited resource. You can only get, I believe it's 40, if not 50. I want to go back up there to get that item. 40 or 50 per playthrough, and that includes doing some trading with the crows. So you have to be careful about how you use those arrows, but they're very, very powerful, especially if you have the right stats for it. Okay, now, got the stone. Is there a trap here? Sure enough. Okay, good to know. Well, let's head back down. Let's go talk to our good friend, Patches the Hyena. I mean, with a name like the Hyena, why wouldn't you trust him? And let's see what he has to say. Look at all the shinies that he left around, all these Augites of Guidance.
Oh, hello again. Hey, don't turn a cold shoulder. I didn't mean to do you wrong. Really? Come on now. We've got better things to fret about. That pit there is filled with treasure. But, I can't get to it myself. Go on, have a look. It's more riches than I've ever dreamed of.
I mean, it can't hurt to look, right? Just in case.
Don't hold it against me, eh? Take your time, starving to death. Then I'll sell every last trinket off your corpse.
This isn't our first rodeo, but apparently neither is it Patches. This corpse right here, the only way to get that item, which is a really, really cool sword, and hopefully we'll be getting it in this playthrough, is to be in, I believe, Pure White Tendency. If you're in Pure White Tendency, that corpse will actually be on the ground, and you can go ahead and loot it. But speaking of, let's walk over all of these corpses. Apparently these are all victims of Patch's schemes, which is pretty crazy. But we do have this gentleman over here, next to these shards of Dark Moonstone. He is friendly, and he is actually going to come back and join us in the Nexus and kind of be the opposite end of the spectrum as opposed to Sage Freak.
Heavens, did you fall for that little devil's trap? Well, I did the same. He fooled me, and now I am stuck here. The reverberations seem to suggest that we are connected to the outside. But dark, fearsome souls stand between us and freedom. But have no fear. God will cleanse us of evil. Pray with me. Umbasa.
Umbasa indeed. This is Saint Urbane. If you actually run around the Nexus and talk to some of the NPCs, they will mention how they've been looking for and longing for Saint Urbane.
Heavens.
And he's just actually going to repeat that. So we have to escape. The problem is, we already saw him when we fell. We do have an individual straight ahead who is going to do his best to actually prevent us from escaping. Make sure I'm not missing any items. Doesn't look like it. So now it's time to deal with this guy. See if I can get a parry. Nope. Or at least I missed that one. It was close though, so I might try one more time. If I can heal quickly and roll. He's actually hurting himself, by the way. He's using a katana known as the Hiltless. Now, we've seen versions of these in the Souls games, but basically the way it works is it doesn't have a hilt. So when you're holding it, you are quite literally just... You know what? Did I try to parry with my wand? I think I did. 495 damage, none too shabby. And what was that, 210? There we go. So the hiltless, you are quite literally just holding the blade, so every time you swing it, you're actually going to take some damage. And from him we get chunks of Dark Moonstone and another Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. Let's see, does this open? It sure does. And now does Saint Urbane talk to us now that we've killed that phantom and we've opened the door?
Oh, it's you. Did you cleanse the world of another dark soul today?
Dark soul, you
God
say?
has chosen you, and for that we are thankful. Umbasa.
Umbasa.
God has chosen
Many of you would already know this, but there was an old version of the Father Gascoigne fight in Bloodborne where they actually had Father Gascoigne saying Umbasa, which I think is really, really interesting, that they wanted to at least have a slight nod to Demon Souls. Which, yes, I know that Kingsfield existed before Demon Souls, and there's other games and manga and anime that these games have taken inspiration from, but by and large, Demon Souls started it all. So to throw kind of gentle nods, obviously we have the Storm Rule in Dark Souls 3, Father Gascoigne said Umbasa in an early build of his fight. They were paying homage to their own beginnings, and I kind of like that. Stepping on this switch, opening these doors, and look who it is.
You. Hey, look, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean what I said. Well, I mean, a man's got to make a living, right? Here, look. I can make up for it. There aren't many humans like us. We need to stick together. I know. Here, take this as a token of my friendship. You've seen one of these before, surely.
The Ring of Gash Resistance. We'll take a look at that in just a moment.
Come on, let's be friends. What do you say? No need to drag each other down.
Anything else to say?
No need to drag...
No. So at this point, I believe after this, he will actually go back to the Nexus and become a vendor. So if you do want access to his inventory, don't kill him. If you don't need anything that he sells, by all means, do the deed. So we got a Ring of Gash Resistance. So let's take a look at that. I believe that just increases your bleed resistance. And sure enough, made by Jerry, a friend of Sage Freak. We've already gotten Jerry's stiletto back in the Tower of Latria. So we already know a little bit about him. But there we go. So we've already done this first room. We killed the Grim Reaper. We've done Patch's Trap. We have rescued Saint Urbane. And now we can walk over the corpses of all these dead and probably decaying storm beasts. Which, by the way, are those flying rays that are just all over the place. Nothing over here. So now we have kind of a treacherous walk. Oh, geez. More treacherous than I remember. Down here. And down here, we have to be careful because not only do we have to worry about all of those blademen down there, but of course all these storm beasts. But the Thief's Ring should help us a little bit with the storm beasts. But also what might help is if we can just get the... Oh boy! I was gonna say get the Demon's Prank to whoa, Nelly! To convince them not to attack us right away. It seemed to work on the Archer for a brief moment, and then everyone else decided to just dogpile on. But let's see, can I try it again? No? Alright, can I just get the backstab? Nope. But it looks like you guys are going to be two-shot, so that's not terrible. Wow, that was a quick death. That was a very quick death. Luckily, we still haven't made it very far. So this is not a bad run back, and I am going to get another 4,500 souls that we could potentially spend here at Graverobber Blige just as soon as I go and kill this Reaper. Which I do want to do, even though we're not going to spend much time in this room just because, well, number one, it's free souls, but number two, we don't want to run the risk of being trapped by the Shadowman. There we go, dead. Guess we'll get another Dark Moonstone. By the way, don't try and rush the Shadowmen while they're still dying, because until they are disappeared, they can still attack. Right, so we have to plan this a little bit better, it seems. Let's try, can I get it any further? I don't know what the range is on this. Not very far. Okay. Well, if that's not gonna work, let's try, did I bring any soul remains? I don't know if I brought any, but I have some. I do have some, so we are gonna try and get close enough to toss some soul remains, maybe get them all in a group and, oh crud. All right, well, if we can single one, that might not be too bad. Climb, 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 climb. All right, a little cheesy. Okay. And I just threw a kunai instead of eating some grass. Tell you what kind of damage does a kunai do against you? I'm guessing not that much. 6. Can you be poisoned? I mean, you're really not that dangerous, to be quite honest, but figure, hey, why not? Man, they are kind of seeing through the thieves' ring pretty quickly, huh? I thought you guys were attracted to these. No? Alright, well, then I'm just gonna have to be a little bit cheesy. Watch the arrow. Trying to keep my distance, but he seems to have the upper hand here. Even though I have the actual higher ground, which typically... Alright, here we go. Typically means you have the advantage, but it didn't seem to be true here. I really thought these guys were attracted to soul remains, but maybe not the case. Alright, we got the gold versions coming up. This is doing a great job, and by this I mean the Thieves' Ring, keeping the Storm Beast off my back, though. I had no idea it was this effective. Now. No? What if I just cast it right at you? Try again? You kind of seem like it's working a little bit. Maybe not. Alright, I don't want to fight both of you. Please, and thank you. So one of you just kind of break off and go do your own. Okay, or just turn around. Oh, this is good, potentially. If I can get the parry. I can! Oh, but I didn't get the actual riposte. That is unfortunate. That's very, very unfortunate. Alright. Might have to break their aggro again. But one more hit ought to kill you. Can I... Alright. Too early. Too early. Far too early. That's okay. Didn't kill me. I do want to show you that I can actually get some decent damage even one-handing. But that didn't work. Oh! Too early. Oh! Boy, there we go. Alright. And I'm bleeding. Oh no. That's a shame for my corpse. So I am thinking that the only reason I didn't get the riposte there was due to the elevation. We've talked about it before, but all of the Souls games seem to have an issue when it comes to elevation for critical attacks. Oftentimes, especially in a game like Bloodborne, if you get the parry, you want to take a step or two up just to make sure they are actually on the same level as the enemy that you just parried, or else you may end up missing and just doing a normal light attack, much like I just did. But once again, free souls. And if I had to level, this would actually be really, really useful. Maybe we can handle these guys a little bit faster this time. Oh, nope. Nope, nope, no, no, get up. Oh, boy. I did get my souls back, but I'm still trying to keep the death count to a minimum, if at all possible. Good enough. You, come with me. Sorry to... Oh, what?! What? I've never seen this happen. I've never seen him. Oh! Huh! I've never seen them be able to roll up that cliff before. Well, I think by now you know the drill. Kill the Reaper. Get all the souls. Collect our bloodstain. And try not to die. Try not to die. Well, he followed me. Well, I don't know about you. I really like Gouda. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about the different types of cheese that we enjoy because I'm employing it heavily here. But I just want to make some progress, that's all. Is that too much to ask? Right. You know what I could do, theoretically? I did bring my bow, and since I'm not even using the Fatal Dagger right now because, well, I'm not doing much parrying of any type, that's not what I meant to do. I actually have to re-equip my arrows because I did take them off. And let's see. Alright, good. That did work. Kind of. Maybe we get a little bit closer, we can still pull just him? No? Alright, well then, another shot to the face ought to do it. Okay. Said another shot to the face ought to do it. Too early! Oh no! Luckily, they don't roll like their much more aggressive counterparts. Let's try this again. Okay, don't follow. That works too. That works too. That's fine. I have no issues with that. And you can see, look, 399 damage. Why? Why, Silverius? Why did you just have to take a step forward after you killed him, or nearly killed him? Alright, how about a nice big arena? We'll try this. Too early. Too late. Okay, sometimes brute force is just the way to go. Maybe this whole parry thing is, for another day. Perhaps. Maybe we can just bait an attack. Yeah, I feel a little bit better about that. Oh, jeez. Hey, look, a Bladestone. Oh boy, okay. Now, this next section. I want to say I remember it, but frankly, I don't totally. Okay, this section has a lot of Shadowmen again, and the Grim Reaper type fella is pretty far in. So I think one of the things I'm gonna have to, oh dearie me, and these ones, see if I can get him to do it. These ones shoot lasers. They shoot lasers, and if you can't dodge it, yep, here it comes. Oh boy, then you die. Simple as that. Right, as I said, if you can't dodge or get out of the way of that laser, it is going to do a lot of damage. So the question now is, do these guys actually react to Demon's Prank? No? Really? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Come on. Okay. There we go. And there's my in. So I do have to kind of move quickly, though, because they do respawn until that Grim Reaper is dead. Let's get, hopefully, behind. Oh my gosh, that laser was very, very close to hitting me. Oh, did he fall? It seems like he fell. It seems like he fell. Oh, shoot! Here's the Grim Reaper. I don't know. Oh, shoot. And I also have these things, though. These little invisible or transparent thief-looking things. I totally forgot about them. Oh, boy. Okay, so the Grim Reaper's dead, which means all the creatures right in this immediate vicinity have died. But there are... Is there one more? There's at least one, if not two more, Reapers to take out. So just move carefully. We're doing okay. Look at the wall littered with skulls. Very reminiscent to Nito in his domain. Definitely a trap in there. Definitely a trap in there. Those thief-looking things, they are here, but I don't remember where. There's one. I thought there was two. I thought there were two. There are. Sure enough. But we got him. All right, cool. Free loot. One crescent moongrass here, and oh, you troll. It's okay. I've been using a lot of crescent moongrass. I've used 31 moongrass since we started this session. And that's just a little bit too much for my liking. Now, there's another gold blade guy here. No? Okay, alright. So let's move back indoors. So we still have to watch out for the Shadowmen and their laser beams of doom. Like this guy right here. I don't know if he's a laser beam one or not. But just to be safe. Uh-oh. Quickly, quickly now. Are you dead? You're dead. He actually hit us kind of on the backswing there, which is unpleasant. And this guy definitely is a laser individual. Oh, no! Oh, dear, he already respawned. This guy already respawned. Turn around. Move. So I have to move kind of quickly here. Nope. Where are you shooting your laser? No, you're not shooting your laser. Do it again, do it again, do it again, quickly. Oh no, oh no, I had him. Uh-oh. Bad place to be. Bad place to be. If this guy casts his laser, I'm doomed. Quickly. Okay. Time for the Reaper, time for the Reaper. No, 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 no. Oh, Nelly. Okay, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Everything else is gonna die. Low on grass, but you know what? He's dead. Chart of Dark Moonstone. Oh, Nelly. I don't know if there's another or if we're clear. Almost 100,000 souls, guys. Now, granted, that's because I had the opportunity to farm quite a few times, thanks to my deaths, but still, almost 100,000 souls. You can see just how quickly you can rack them up here. All right, where are we coming out now? Is this the Phosphorescent slug room? It is. It is. If you want to farm sticky white stuff, instead of actually buying it, look no... Oh, shoot. Look no further. Oh, boy. Then this horrifyingly blinding room. Very similar to the mines in the last area we were just at in Stonefang Tunnel. These things do these floating orbs, they do explode, as you just saw. So I want to deal with them first before we go down and deal with any slugs. And by that, I mean, let's just go and, deal with these slugs right now. 2 hits, and they're dead. And what else we have? Aha, look at that. Shard of Sucker Stone and some sticky white stuff. Can I get you to explode for me? No? You guys are extremely difficult to see. I hope you're aware of that. But by the time I'm done with this area, and by the time I actually buy stuff from Blige, I'm going to have all of the weapon buffs I could ever want. Probably. Then again, who knows how many attempts some of these other bosses are going to take me. Want to clear as many of these as I can. Did that actually kill one of the slugs? It did. That was pleasant. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Good. And you are kind of low. But it looks like maybe over here I can get you to trigger. Or at least I can get this one. What? What? No, no, no. How are you not? Why are you not triggering? Alright. We're just going to have to be careful. What is going on over here? All these souls just floating around these corpses. I'm intrigued, to say the least. All right. Time to... Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, boy. You guys are... To be fair, I can admit that I have underestimated the slugs and their ability to kill me. And also my ability to actually see what in the world is down here. Alright, sticky white stuff. I still have to watch out for the orbs. See, yep, they do come down low sometimes. You're already dead. Okay. So let's kind of run around the bottom here systematically. Let's follow the left-hand wall. If you're ever in a maze-like situation, or if you're trying to explore a game and there's a lot of twists and turns, pick a wall and just hug it. And even when you go into a dead end like that, just keep one wall on one side and you should be able to find everything. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Heal up, heal up, heal up. I think there's 2 more remaining. I really should be blocking, even though my sword's not going to block that much. It's still something. Sucker Stone. To be honest, I don't remember what Sucker Stone is for, so let me take a look at that. Shard of Vampiric Ore. Oh, okay. It applies a strong bloodletting effect to the weapon. So if you're looking for a bleed build, you want some Sucker Stone, come and farm these leeches. We get the Ronin's Ring and Hiltless. So remember I talked about Hiltless and that one phantom that was using it, and then the Ronin's Ring. Ronin's Ring. Reduce the rate of weapon wear. You know, normally I would say those rings are kind of a joke. But in this, in Demon Souls, especially in the area we were just in Stonefang Tunnel with those bear bugs, might actually not be such a bad idea. And it looks like that's everything. Looks like that's everything. So let's get out. Which we can do so right over here, and I think we can just ignore the rest of those floating orbs, since I ran right past one of them and he wanted nothing to do with me. And is this just a dead end? Oh man, there's more slugs? Well, I'll feel incomplete if I don't. I mean, at the very least, possibility for more loot. And sure enough, more sticky white stuff. Oh, I see. Because I hugged the left-hand wall, I missed this little alcove. Not much else. All right. No big deal. So we are done with this section. We are nearing the boss arena. The boss arena. The Old Monk. A very, very intriguing boss. Now, a lot of people might call it gimmicky because there is kind of a certain mechanic that you're expected to follow. But, you know, I don't know that we always use the word gimmicky correctly. Bed of Chaos is a gimmick. Dragon God is a gimmick. Yorm the Giant can be considered a gimmick because there are certain ways in which you have to kill them, although Yorm there is obviously an exception. You can kill him with normal damage. It just takes quite a long time. This enemy, there is an interesting mechanic to it, but I don't necessarily... Oh, is this it right here? This is. Wow, we're at the boss. I don't necessarily believe that this is a gimmick per se. There's a mechanic, but I don't find it to be a gimmick. And you'll see exactly what I mean as soon as we encounter him. Legendary Soldier's Soul. All right. Old monk, where are you at? You can actually see him right now, up on the wall there. Now take a look at the old monk. Well, hopefully you took a look during the cutscene, because I'm going to try and not get too close. The old monk is blind. The old monk is completely blind. He cannot see you at all, but he can hear really well. Hence why I brought the demon's prank. You can see by casting that, he is going to kind of go nuts in the direction that the sound is coming from. Or at least that was supposed to be how it worked, and that did not seem to do it. Let's see. I'm gonna let him take one more swing before I take any swings and see. Just want to make sure he's following a pattern. That's not much damage, guys. That's not much damage, but that's all right, hopefully. If we can just keep him doing his thing. Just rinse and repeat. I wish I had brought my scimitar. I'd be curious to see how much damage that would do. But alright. I mean, if it's gonna be... Oh, no. Okay, so Demon's Prank doesn't work on the old monk? Or does it? See, I don't know, because did that just trigger attack? Or was he just about to attack anyway? I don't know. I really don't know. But this is the fight. You know, overall, not terribly difficult. It's kind of a pain that he has as much health as he does. But, you know, take the good, you take the bad. Something about the facts of life, I guess. And I'm guessing I'm not going to actually survive a single attack from him. So we're just going to play this very safely. Luckily, that doesn't hurt. It's just the weapon itself that hurts. Let's see if we can... Went straight ahead. So where are you going? Uh-oh. Don't like being in front of him. Well, it's gonna take just a little bit of time, hopefully not too long. Uh-oh. It is definitely safe. Oh! Wowza! Okay. He seemed to know exactly where I was. That was kind of scary. It seems like it's best to attack him right after he attacks, because he's still kind of in his cycle. Then if I just run, I guess I'm relatively safe. Relatively being the key word. Not bad. We're about a third of the way down, maybe a little bit more, and he's coming back this way. So let's hang tight. We'll try another demon's prank. I don't know where that just landed though. All right, back up in case he's running back here. He's not. Run. Okay. A little less than half left. Yeah, not bad. Oh, geez, he really kind of came close, huh? Go ahead and attack for me. Go ahead and attack for me, please. I know this is not a very exciting boss to watch. The nice thing is, I feel relatively confident that I can do this with live commentary. So no more of that post garbage, am I right? Oh, yay. Alright, let us get some of this, and I don't know. I don't know if it's... Alright, let's try it again right after he's just attacked. No, I don't think that's doing a darn thing. Well, I'm not going to say that I was misled because this was kind of my own theory. I mean, it's an audible noise against a blind boss. Why wouldn't this work? I mean, in theory, should, right? Starting to go a little bit faster. Aw, man. Oh, no! Well, rip 100,000 souls. I mean, to be fair, I don't need them. It still kind of hurts. And to a Reaper, of all creatures. Well, if it's all the same to you, I don't think I will, tell you exactly how many times I died getting back to this boss. And now I think I just need to play it safe. I might actually try hitting him with some kunai just to see if I can actually poison him. That would be kind of interesting. But it's also a little bit dangerous, especially because I don't know how, well, I mean, I can try hitting him from here. And that worked. Of course. Then this happens. This happens. Okay, can you hear me? I don't know. Should I try that again? Seems silly too, but... I have a feeling I'm not going to poison the old hero. It'll be kind of fun though. Alright, last kunai. Well, if he does get poisoned, it takes more than that, which is kind of understandable anyway. It's time to just play this carefully. Even if I only get one hit at a time, I'm actually not too terribly disappointed about that. Ooh, Nelly! Yeah, that's the move that really scares me. That's the move that's gonna keep me up at night. What do we have here? Full moon grass. That'll help when he one-shots me. Run, 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 run. Okay. Is he still running? He was kind of running a little bit. That's alright. I think we're okay. But now we just have to wait it out. You know, because this doesn't do anything. Why doesn't that work? For all intents and purposes, that should work like a charm. Alright, I'm gonna try and see what 1R2 does. 151. 2 R1's definitely the way to go if I can spare them. Yeah, I think if I just get 2 R1s and then just roll out of there very, very quickly, I think I'm relatively safe. Alright. Not bad. Not bad. We're doing fine. The damage is okay. Now we just have to wait for him to complete his circuit here. I do not want to die again. I died so many times. I'm sure I don't show you all the deaths just because it would have been tedious and I would have had to edit out my small bits of rage that I had. Nothing too severe, nothing controller breaking or anything like that, but, you know, just enough. About half. Attack again for me. Attack again for me. Come on, let me get one more hit this cycle. Oh, Nelly! Oh, didn't like that, especially because didn't know what direction he was going to be, and all of a sudden. All right, so a few more of those, but I am going to have to make him do another round here. So again, I don't find this boss to be entirely gimmicky. If you have the vitality, if you have the HP, you can just stand in there and wail on him. I mean, he's going to get some hits in and they're going to hurt, but you should survive at least a couple of hits. As long as you're not at, you know, base level like this. But if you want to play it safe, you can just take your time, get a couple of hits in, be safe about it. And this, once gimmicky fight becomes, I don't want to say trivial, because that is definitely when I die. Get out of there. Oh, no. Okay. Come on. Swing again. I keep getting afraid that he's going to catch me on the backswing. But maybe not. If I had anything else to hit him with at range, I would use it. But I actually ran complete while I have one arrow left. Probably not worth it at this point. I used a lot of arrows in order to pull some of those blademen. What are they called? I mean, they're just what, soul skeletons or bladed skeletons? I don't know. I don't know what their official name is. I should have looked that up, but I used them because I found that if I shot one, the one that was kind of all the way in the back, then I could actually get him to just run off the cliff every single time. Mamma mia, mamma mia. Okay. A few more of those. We're getting there. Attack again, come on. Oh my goodness. One more. Just attack once more. Oh, no, not this way. Oh gosh, not this way, turn around. All right, oh, we're going for it. Yes, old hero. Dead. Second attempt, but probably the 40th overall to get through this level because of how difficult I found getting back to him really was. Oh, and look, here's actually one of the Grim Reapers here. Pretty neat. Yeah, I actually noticed on one of my runbacks that up above is why is he still there? That's weird. Up above is actually where you are traversing all the Shadowmen, which is pretty interesting. Some holy arrows, pretty cool, and I think that's all the loot that there is. Now, right in here, as is the case with most of the final areas in the different archstones, this is essentially just a boss rush. We're not going to go there now. We're probably going to compile some of those end bosses all into one video, just because they are going to be relatively short, you know, obviously, notwithstanding all the deaths I have. But let's grab the soul here, the hero demon soul. Let's head back to the Nexus, with all of our wonderful souls. I'll probably come back off camera and speak to Blige and buy all of our material, but for now, back to the Nexus. And while we're here, first I want to talk to Mr. Freak over here, or Frake, and see if I can get anything with the old hero soul. I'm not sure that I can or not. Let's see. So learn. Nope, nothing here. No big deal. He's going to yell at me probably. No? All right. Now let's go directly opposite, because Saint Urbane should be around now. Let's see. And sure enough, here he is.
Thanks to you, I was able to seek refuge in this Nexus. Now I stay here and pray, along with my disciples, for the heroes facing the demons. If you wish for benevolent protection in your fight against the demons, then bring me demon souls. I will cleanse them and perform a miracle with their power.
It's really interesting, the dichotomy between Saint Urbane and Saint Frake. Saint Urbane believes that he can use the demon souls for a higher purpose, in order to kind of edify God, as he would call it. But Saint Frake also uses demon souls for the similar power, although it is to more so edify the self. But in reality, they're all deriving power from demon souls, from the souls of admittedly evil creatures. And the God that Saint Urbane and his followers are serving is actually no more than a demon himself. We'll kind of get into that more later in the story, but let's take a look and see if we can learn anything. So with the wriggling demon souls, we can learn Cure. The swollen demon soul, we can learn Regeneration. And check this out. Unfortunately, it takes 2 slots. Second chance with the hero demon soul revives the user from death once only. Pretty doggone cool. Awesome. We can also get Hidden Soul. We could use Evacuate, which just brings us back to the Nexus without losing any souls. Heal and Antidote. Probably not going to use Miracles too much, but we will be using the spells as you've seen.
I certainly cannot force you to do anything. But you must remember this. A demon soul is a source of evil power.
Interesting that you would ask me to bring you demon souls in return for the power of the gods, Umbasa. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode of Blue's Base Level Soulsborne Challenge. Old hero down. Next, we are probably, and unfortunately, going to be going back into the Valley of Defilement and taking on the next boss there. But for now, from me and Young Silverius, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're still enjoying, and we will see you next time.